have my figure finished, and I've done the micron ink pen, and I've thickened the line in places where I felt that the shadow would be more significant. And I'm ready to start working with color pencil to add some skin tones first, and then I'll work on her dress. But for the skin tones, I've got a variety of pencils ready. I have kind of a peach tone, I have a pink tone, I have two different browns, a light and a dark. I have purple, an indigo blue, and then this reddish color called Tuscan red, which is kind of a red-brown, because that'll help give warmth to the skin tone. So no matter what skin tone you're going to create, whether your figure is fair-skinned or dark-skinned, you can use the same family of pencils. You would just increase the color that you would like to enhance and make as the dominant skin tone. So we're going to first start with the peach. And this tone is a great starting place. And I'm just going to kind of get a coating of this all over our entire figure. So, and I'm not pressing hard, I'm just doing a light layer of the peach over everything. All of the exposed skin tones. After I get the peach in place, I'm going to then move to my pink tone. I want you to think about when you're out in the sun, where the sun touches your skin. So obviously on the bridge of the nose, I'm going to put a little bit, maybe a little on this part of the forehead, some on the cheekbones, on top of the arms, on the shoulders. On the tops of the arms a little bit. So you kind of have to imagine the figure standing in the sun. Maybe a little in the chest area, probably a little bit on the tops of the feet. Not up here because that's where her dress is hiding her skin. I'll put just a little bit of pink on the tops of the feet. And again, I did it very softly, it's not dark. And now I'm going to switch to a purple. And the violet that I have selected, and I was hoping to find, there's a color called purple that's really, really nice to shade with on skin. I haven't been able to find that pencil. Let me check one other place. See if okay, here's one. I think this is the one I want. So this one, it's called dark purple, and it's a really nice kind of a deep plum color. Now in this one, I want to hit all of the shadow areas. So one of the first places to hit is the neck under the chin area. So I'm definitely going to get some shadow in here, and you might think, oh, that's awfully dark, but that shadow under the chin is very strong because you want the face to look like it's projecting out from the body. And you want it to kind of emulate the shape of, don't worry, this will get blended, the shape of the chin, the way it would come out is kind of a V shape. I also want to put a little bit around the sides of the eyes, maybe a little bit over the eye itself. Give a little bit of shadow in the eye socket. I'll put a little on the sides of the nose, just a bit, a little under the nose for that little part above your lips, a little on the chin. And again, just keeping this pretty light right now. I do want to put some along the sides of the face as well as under the hairline. Just a little edge of color along underneath the hairline there. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of purple under the arms, along the sides of the body, especially where the arm would be against where the body would be. I'm going to move to put it under the arm on this side. Again, under the arm on this side of the body, down the full length of the inside of the arm on this side. the dress. I'm going to make sure that I darken the top of the leg under where the dress will be casting quite a shadow onto the top of the leg. And I thought that was skin, but I believe it's dress part, so I'm just going to, I'll make the dress a darker color so I can hide that. I'm going to put a little at the ankle bone, side of the foot, a little bit. Alright, so there's my purple tones. After purple, I'm going to move to a dark brown, and this one is called dark brown. And I'm going to put this over the purple areas, and I'm actually going to glaze in. I'm going to put this fairly firmly over the purple areas, but then I'm also going to glaze this in across most of her skin because I want her to have a darker skin tone. So I'm going to put this over all of the purple parts. I want to blend it out, so I don't want to make it like a straight line, like this is kind of bothering me that that's so stiff and straight, but I'm going to blend over with this brown over the whole body. So, and again, I'm not doing this heavy, it's just putting it over the top of the brown. I'm putting a little heavier, I did a little heavier around the face and on the neck, and I'm also going to put a little bit heavier here under the skirt because those are really strong dark shadow areas. Alright, so now I'm going to use this brown and I'm going to glaze it. Now when I say glaze, I'm going to hold nearer to the unsharpened end, lay the pencil down, just get a nice, very, very light coating over every part of her skin, including going over the top of the pink on her shoulders, going over everything that the peach had. Alright, so now I've got some brown glazed across. Did that really nice and soft on there, and now I'm going to go back to the peach tone, and this is going to work almost as a blending tool. So I'm going to blend the peach over the top of everything, and I'm going in overlapping ovals. Putting this on fairly heavy, trying to use it to sort of blend everything out. And then the last thing I need to do is I need to think about how I want to enhance her skin tone. So I'd like to give her kind of a warm skin tone. So I'm going to use a little bit of this Tuscan red, and I'm going to see how that looks on the shadow areas, and I like the way that's looking. So I think I'm going to use some of that on a little bit of everything underneath the edge of the dress. Just going to give that a little bit in some spots, and it's a little pinker than I thought it would be, so it's really nice. So I'm going to blend this out so that I get just a nice overlay of color. And now I'm going to work with a lighter brown. This one's called Burnt Ochre. And I'm going to kind of just glaze this over the top. Again, going in those overlapping ovals. You're going to have some texture of the paper that's happening, so don't feel like, oh, it's not getting smooth, I'm doing something wrong. This paper has a little bit of texture to it, so don't let that freak you out. Ideally, you'd want to be working on a super smooth paper, but this is what we have. And then once I have the skin tones kind of in place, I'm going to give her a lip color. I might just use that Tuscan Red because I really liked it. It's a little pink, it's warm, it's still in the brown family, which I really like. I'm just going to kind of fill in her lips with that. Okay, so there, my skin tones are done, and next I'll be ready to start. Oh, I just noticed this was kind of light there. I'll be ready to start on the dress next.